Hello students, today we will see MBA subject code 202 quantitative techniques and in management. Okay, so the first chapter in 202 is unit 1, that is linear programming. So what is linear programming? It can be defined as a group of mathematical techniques that can obtain the best solution to the problems which have many possible solutions. Linear programming can be used to solve a variety of industrial problems. In most of the situation, resources available to the decision maker are limited. Several competing activities require these limited resources. With the help of linear programming, those scarce resources are allocated in optimal manner on the basis of given criteria of optimality. Okay, in most of the situation, the criteria of the optimality is either maximization of the profit, revenue, or minimization of the cost, time, and distance. So the basic structure of the linear programming problem. The structure of linear programming problems have three important components. One is decision variables, that is activities. Second, objective function, goal, and the constraint. So what is decision variables? These are the activities for which we want to determine a solution. These are usually denoted by x1, x2 up to xn. So here you will first we will see decision variables or activities which are denoted by x1 comma x2 up to xn. Okay, this is decision variables or activities. The objective function goal, this is the function which is expressed in terms of decision variables. We want to optimize, maximize, and minimize this function. The constraints, these are limiting conditions on the use of the resources. The solution of LPP must satisfy all these constraints. So properties of the LP model. In linear programming, the word linear, what does it mean? Linear, it refers to linear relationship among the variables in a model. The word programming, what we have used the word as linear, it refers the linear relationship among the variables, and the word programming refers to modeling or solving a situation mathematically. So it is linear relationship among variables to solve the situation mathematically. So there are different following basic properties: proportionality, linearity. It means linearity, the contribution of each activity decision variable in both the objective function and the constraints to be directly proportional to the value of the variable. Additivity in linear programming models, the total contribution of all the activities in the objective function and in the constraint to be the direct sum of the individual contribution of the each variable. The proportionality, that is directly proportional. Next is additivity. You have to be direct sum of the individual contributions of the each variable. And certainty, in all the linear programming models, all the model parameters such as availability of the resources, profit or cost contribution of unit of decision variable, and use of resources by a unit of decision variable must be known and a constant. So there are different application areas for linear programming, like agricultural application, military application, production management, financial management, marketing, and personnel management. So in agricultural application, it can be applied in agricultural planning, example, allocation of limited resources such as acreage, labor, water supply, working capital, etc. In which in such a way so that maximize the revenue. Military application, linear programming can be applied to maximize the effect of the military operations as well as to minimize the travel distance and the cost of the operation. Next is production management. Most of the examples of LPP are related to develop a suitable product mix. A company can produce several different products, each of which requires the use of limited production resources. Okay. So product mix is developed using linear programming, how marginal contribution and amount of available resources and by different products. The objective is to maximize the total contribution subject to all the constraints. So similarly, in linear programming can be used in production planning to minimize the total operation cost, in assembling line balancing to minimize the total elapsed time, in blending problems to determine minimum cost blends, and also to minimize the trim losses in case of the products of standardized size. So how you use the linear programming in a financial management? It is used for deciding investment activity among several other activities to maximize the total expected returns and minimize the risk. Marketing management, it determines the media mix to maximize the effective exposure within constraints of budget and circulation reach of various media. Linear programming can be used for determining location of the warehouses and other facilities to minimize the cost. Okay. In next, personnel management, linear programming is used to allocate available manpowers to the different shifts or duties to minimize the cost. Okay, and total manpower. So this is about applications of the linear programming. Next, we will see general mathematical model of LPP. Okay, so let us consider n decision variables, that is x1, x2 up to xn. So this is n decision variables. To contribution of each of these decision variable is C1, C2 and C9, Cn respectively. So as to optimize max or mean, Z equals to C1 into X1 plus C2 into X2 plus C3 into X3 up to Cn into Xn. So let us consider M constraints. Constraints are expressed as follows. So the coefficient represents amount of the resources to used by the per unit of the activity 1 x, when you denote it as a21 into x1. So this coefficient represents the amount of the resources to used by the per unit of the activity. So total availability of the resources is denoted. So all the linear programming models, non-negativity constraints are also included. These constraints signify that decision variables can take only non-negative values. These are expressed as x1 which is greater than or equals to 0, x2 which is greater than or equals to 0, up to xn which is greater than or equals to 0. So these above formation can also be expressed in compact form using the summation sign. Okay, this is denoted by the z equals to summation of n j equals to 0 to n cj xj. Okay, this is objective function subject to constraint here given is and xj is which is greater than or equals to 0. So j is equals to 1 to up to n. So in all the linear programming situation, left hand side of the constraint is either less than or equals to or greater than right hand side. In a particular case of resource, only one possibility may take place. So for my formulation of the linear programming model. Usefulness of linear programming technique starts with modeling of a given situation in standard form. So various steps are involved in this. Given, we will discuss about the steps involved. So first one is to identify the decision variable and express them in the terms of algebraic symbol. Next step is to identify the contribution of each of these decision variables in objective, which is to be optimized, express objective function in the next step, and then identify the different resources or the conditions which are to be satisfied. This is the third step. So next we will see the examples of the LP model formulation. A manufacturer wishes to determine how to make products A and B so as to realize the maximum total profit from the sale of the products. Both the products are made in two processes, 1 and 2. It takes 7 hours in a process, okay, for one process 1 and 4 hours in process 2 to manufacture the number of units. How to manufacture, how many units you have to manufacture, that is 100 units of product B. So process 1 can handle 84 hours of work and process 2 can handle 32 hours of the work in the scheduled period. If the profit is 11 per 100 units for product A, 4 per 100 units for product B, then how much of the each products A and B should be manufactured to realize the maximum profit? It is assumed that whatever is produced can be sold and that the setup time on the two processes is negligible. So you have to formulate the problem as a linear programming model. So next, here the solution is given as step 1. You have to identify the variables, decision variables, then identify the contribution of each of these decision variables, and third, the identify different resources or the conditions. So here 3 steps are given, that is step 1, identify the decision variables. So let x1 is the number of product for A, x2 is number of products B. Next, in next step, now contribution of 100 units of product A is rupees 11 and the contribution of per 100 units of the product B is rupees 4. So the total contribution you have to calculate like 11x1 plus 4x2. And the maximize is Z is 11x1 plus 4x2. And the next step is to identify the resources. So how you will do that? So the first you have to consider the constraint for process 1, that is C7, no, it's 7x1 plus 6x2, which is less than or equals to 84. So you have to formulate the equation. The process 4x1 plus 2x2, which is less than or equals to 32. So also non-negativity constraints will be x1 and x2, which is greater than 0. You have to consider the constraints. So next example, here you can see the example about the additives, mixing, packaging, and the grade and the availability. So you have to calculate according to that. So here explanation of the problem is given. Third example is also given here. So next we will see the solution of linear programming. So once our LP model, that is linear programming model, is ready, next step is to find the solution of this model. Solution of linear programming model can be done either graphically or using a simplex method. So graphical linear programming solution. So it is easily be solved by graphical method when it involves two decision variables. Okay. The process include two steps. First you have to determine the feasible solution space. That is any solution values of the decision variable which satisfy the constraints and the non-negativity restrictions. So within the feasible solution space, feasible solution corresponds to the extreme corners points of the feasible solution space. And the next step is to determine the optimum solution from all the feasible points in the solution space. So this is the graphical linear programming solution. So here given the process or the go through procedure which is used for to show the how the maximization and minimization objective functions are handled. Okay. So next we will see graphically this is showing. So next, in the next, we will see some special cases in linear programming solution. There are different cases, special cases. So here one is the multiple optimal solution or alternative optima. In two earlier example, optimal value of objective function lies at one of the corner point of the feasible solution space. But it is also possible in some situation when optimal solution obtained is not a unique. It happens when objective function, that is line equation of the objective function, which is parallel to the line showing the constraint. Okay. Unbounded solution, we have seen the multiple optimal solution or the alternative optima, and the next is unbounded solution. What is unbounded solution? In some linear programming models, the value of one or the more decision variables can be increased indefinitely without violating any constraint. So this is value of the objective function is also increased indefinitely. Next is infeasible solution. In some cases, constraints are inconsistent. Constraints are inconsistent, then no common feasible area can be obtained. This situation can only occur when some constraints are of the type less than or equals to, and some of them are greater than or equals to. So this is about infeasible solution. There is different solutions for LPP using simplex methods. So in graphical solution method discussed earlier is suitable for two decision variables. Solution always occurs at one of the corner point of the feasible solution space. Values of the decision variable x1 and x2 can be determined for different corner points by solving the linear equations of the constraints giving birth to the corner point. So we test value of the objective function for different pairs of the values of decision variable to decide optimum values of the decision. In cases of the more than two decision variables, simplex method is used. So this is for solution of LPP using simplex method when the decision variables are more than the two variables. So the simplex method enumerates solution only at few selected corner points if we compare it with graphical method. So there is to start simplex process of solving LPP. First, we should be careful for the two conditions, that is all constraints are equations with non-negative right hand side and all the variables which are non-negative. So how to convert inequalities into equations? So here the given the inequality sign, that is 2x1 plus 3x2, which is less than or equals to 10. To how to convert this inequality into equation, we add a variable in left hand side of this inequality as follows. So you have to add to the left hand side. This S is unused or the slack amount of this resource. S here is known as slack variable. So there are two different variables, slack and the surplus variable. This is amount by which LHS exceeds the minimum limit. It represents a surplus where S is known as surplus variable. So whether the sign is given, that is less than or equals to sign is there, a slack variable is added, and in case of the another sign that is greater than or equal to, a surplus variable is subtracted to convert the inequalities into the equation. So there are different definitions for simplex method. There are equations and n variables where m is less than or n are there. Only m variables are part of the solution. These m variables are known as basic variables. Remember, remaining n minus m variables use so there are different so we have seen the non-basic variables. M is less than n are there. Only m variables are part of the solution. So m variables are known as basic variables. N minus m variables are non-basic variables. So basic solutions obtained from the basic variables known as basic solution. In case all the variables in basic solution are non-negative, it is basic feasible solution. So computation using simplex method. To explain the process of solving LPP using simplex method, we will consider an example of maximization type. So here is the given different steps to have to conduct. So solution constraint inequalities into equation 6x1 6 6x1 and plus 4x2 plus s1 equals to 24. This is the first constraint. Okay. So s1, s2, s3 and s4, these are the different variables are the slacks associated with respective constraints. We will also add these slack variables in objective function with 0 coefficient. So objective function will be with 0 coefficient. So there is starting simplex table. Here you can see the simplex table with the help of objective equation and constraint equation. So we will make initial simplex table. The design of the table specifies the set of the basic and non-basic variables and provide the solutions like basic variables z, rows and z, decision slack or surplus slack variables and coefficient of the various variables in the objective equation. So these are the different. So now so there are different variables. The one type is leaving variable. When a new variable will enter into the solution, one of the existing basic variable will become non-basic variable. So this is leaving variable. To determine the leaving variable, we compute the non-negative ratio. So of the right hand side of the equation. So the swapping process is based on the Gauss and Jordan row operations. Process of the Gauss and Jordan row operation is as follows: pivot column, pivot row, and pivot elements. Three important factors. The pivot column, this is the column of entering the variables. Pivot row, this is the row of leaving the variables, and the element is in the table obtained as a result of intersection of the pivot row and the column. Okay. So this is about the learning variables. Next is solution of LPP using surplus variables. So you can see the example in 6 and 7. So here is given the table. So there are different methods like big M method. Next, solution is given with conversion of inequalities into the equation. So here the special cases of simplex method is given here like alternative optimum or multiple optimal solution, unbounded solution. Next is infeasible solution, degeneracy, sensitivity analysis. We will study in the next chapter. So today we will stop here and we will see some explanation regarding this linear programming. Thank you everyone.